All right, guys, are you ready for part 4? Part 4, we got to start getting our mini to pull something. This is where you might need a harness, but I'm going to show you a way to get around needing harness right away with an old dressage girth and some baling twine, because I'm cheap. I have a 30-inch mini, and this happens to be a 26-inch dressage girth. So that's what I'm going to use. And a good old chunk of baling twine. If you can find the thicker stuff that comes off of bales, use it. And if you're at my farm, anytime you cut a bale, you always cut at the knot. I will murder people if they don't cut their baling twine at knots, because I use baling twine for everything. Cut your baling twine at knots, and we're going to show you how to make a strap to hold this sucker on. We'll make some traces so you can pull something, and all using simple braiding techniques. So I got 2 pieces of baling twine, ta-da, and a dressage girth. So this dressage girth is going to act as your breast collar, because look at that. It's a nice wide padded. It's going to sit right on the pony. Your neck is going to come up here. Your little front twinkly feet are down here. And we're going to make a strap that goes up and over to the other side out of baling twine. And that's going to hold your harness in. Then out of your other buckle, we're going to have another baling twine fun thing. It's going to go out this way so we can attach an implement and drag something. This is perfectly fine for a mini. Please don't go off using this for full-size horses, but minis, I mean, they weigh what, like 150 pounds, 200 pounds tops. Baling twine and a dressage girth is going to be just fine for what we're going to do for our next step. All right, bear with me on this. I'm literally wearing my camera, so hopefully you can see what I'm about to do. So all I did, they took my paracord, folded it in half, so this is the halfway point. It's just 2, not paracord, baling twine, but it's 2 pieces of baling twine off a standard bale of hay is all I'm using. All right, hopefully you can see. This is how we're going to start. You got this one. This is one right here going through, and then I have the other twine coming up, going around and through. So I'm going to try to get a close up, as close as I can for you. So here's your first one. It's just sliding through, and the other one's coming up, making a loop-de-loop around. Got it? Okay, here we go. You're going to tighten it up. We're going to start on the side. And if you notice, this side, this loop is going over this piece. So this one is going over this one. So we're going to take this guy, we're going to go over that one. So now we got 1 on one side, 3 on this other side. This back piece, you notice, is going, this one's going over, so we're going to want to go under and then over. You're going to do the opposite of what you see on here. And pull tight. So now we're back to 2 and 2. Go back to the far one on this side and over, giving us 3 on this side. Follow. If you notice, that's over, so we're going to go under and over. That's it. All right? So over, under, over, over, under, over. Very exciting. All right. Well, I'm going to run out of the ability to film here in a second while I finish this one off. But pretty much finish your braid with your baling twine. And we will see you when you finished your whole braid, and then we're going to go measure a mini. So I'm just going to tie that off. There you go. Dressage girth. Nice flat braid that we just made. And tied off the end. And gonna go put it through this side here. Knots. Okay, so that's our goal. So we have nice little girth. Yeah, let's go move my camera up a little. Nice little girth. This is going to go up and over the shoulder. Now we just need to measure how much this needed to be on a mini and then tie it off. And then we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to use full 4 strands of baling twine because we need a longer trace. So we need the whole length of this because we're going to want to pull something. So you're going to start off, put these through. You can either put them through 2 at a time and just make a knot and tie. If you're really fancy and complicated, you can start your braid where you flip them over and braid the top in so it's nice and pretty without a knot. Knots are fine. You're not going to hurt anything with a knot. And we're going to make one off of there. All right. So here's our friend April. Let me zoom out here. And I know you're so cute. So there we go. We have a breast collar. It's fitting nicely. And this is our strap up here that's going to hold it up. And then we're going to put a trace off of here. So she's going to be able to pull, and then it's going to give a nice pulling surface. When we tie this off, we want to make sure that it's sitting at the shoulder and not at the windpipe. And you can cut this off, burn the ends. If you're really fancy, you want to back braid it, you can back braid it in so it looks nice and neat. But I mean, don't worry about knots. Knots are fine. We're here as a practice. So there you go. There is your breast collar, and we'll work on getting these traces on, and we'll show you the finished product here later. That was everybody's opinion about what we're doing. Bye, April. So these are 4 ends, 2 single strands of baling twine. The knots are on the other side, so these are the cut ends. And I'm going to show you how to put them through here and back braid so you don't have a knot. So we got 2, 1 from each side. So I got 1 coming from this way, and I got 1 coming from this way. We're gonna go up and over. I'm just gonna get these out of the way. Down, pull it through. Up and over and pull it through. We'll make sure they're mostly even. There we go. And we're going to pretend that's just one piece, even though we got broken ends on either side. Uh-oh. I dropped my other piece. There we go. So the other one, we're going to want to come up and go through and be like this. So this is our goal. So, up. Over. Oops. That way. And just follow it going the other direction. Because we're pretending it's one piece. Where's my line here? And that one. So if you get lost, just pull on them. So there we go. There's this one going straight through. There's our other one that we have crossed. And there's our start. Oops, I did that wrong. I want to cross that way. I'm sorry. I keep screwing this one up for you guys. But, so straight through. And then, I don't know if I can even, this one, it's going up, over, and around. I'm just going to hold that still for a second so you can see how I did it. And then once you have it like that, you're going to grab all the ends and braid as I've been teaching you. So over that one, so this one goes over, and then over under, over, over, under. And if you notice, we're just braiding those ends right in. Fun part is getting all of your tail here, since this is a very long piece we're going to be working with. Over, under, over. We're getting to the end of our tail. It's okay. They are going to fuzz out at the ends as they are going to stick out, but they're going to be nice and strong. They're not going to pull out because you braided them in. There's our first couple that are just going to disappear on us. Let me untangle my tail here. That way. I got one tail that's left over. You're just going to follow it through. No big deal if they stick out. There. All of our tails are done. And in there. So you're just going to braid the rest of the way down until you get to the end, and then we'll teach you how to finish these off at the end here. But there you go. Back braided right in, no knot, and it's right into there. Don't worry about these tails. It's not going to cause you any problems. There we go. There's our homemade breast collar and traces for a mini. So we tied those in, made our traces, and put on some rings on the end so we can snap on objects, and we're set and ready to play.